Welcome, one and all, to this session of environmental engineering. In this session, we are going to discuss about demand of water. So, it is a very important point from the point of view of design of municipal water supply. In this session, we are going to cover the various concepts as what is the water demand, need for water demand estimation, why it is required to be considered, then the types of water demands and the concept for the estimation of water demand, how to calculate the water demand. Now when we say water demand or how much quantity of water required for various purposes and for a particular locality or population, it will be dependent on the two important parameters as how much is the population to be served and what is the rate of demand or the rate at which the water will be consumed. So it will be dependent on how much is the population that is to be served at the end of design period considered. Now the term design period will be based on the material or say constructional material and the life of various structures which are involved therein. Along with that, various pumps, equipments are required in the water supply scheme. By considering all these, a certain life period of about 30 years is considered for the design of water supply scheme. Then the rate of demand, it will be dependent on for which purposes we are using water and what is the rate it will be required. Now in this particular session we are dealing with the rate of demand in depth. Later on we will go for population determination and the various methods for population forecasting. So in this particular figure, if we observe, a particular municipal water supply scheme is shown. A general layout is shown which is very simple to understand. So under municipal water supply system, there will be a source which will be required. From the source we have to extract the water, check its quality or for its suitableness, whether it is suitable for the consumption or not. Then depending on the raw water quality, we need to design certain treatment which is required to be given for rendering it to be safe and suitable for the consumption. Ultimate aim is to distribute the treated water to the locality or to the distribution area. After treatment of water, it will be stored in a storage tank. Generally we will term it as ESR, elevated storage reservoirs, so that it will be stored at a certain higher elevation and from there the distribution can be under gravity, which will be a very economical means of distribution system. Now right from the source of water to its treatment, the water is required to be conveyed, and from the treatment to the ESR and from then ESR to the distribution area, the water is to be distributed in the various distribution pipes. It may be consisting of a main pipe which is running across the roads, then various submains are there, laterals are there, and the service connections are there. So number of pumps, valves are located in various locations of this particular locality and the supply system. Now for design of each and every element in this municipal water supply system, it will be particularly dependent on how much quantity of water is required to be carried, and how much quantity of water is required is dependent on two factors. As I said earlier, it will be dependent on rate of demand and how much population is to be served. Now the demands or say requirements of water will be required for each and every activity in our life. So the main objective of the municipal water supply system is to ensure the supply of safe quality and adequate quantity of water to the end users. So there should be quality of water should be safe, it should be free from contaminants, safe for drinking and consumption, and the quantity or say the rate at which it is to be supplied, it should be in a adequate quantity, it should be say fulfilling all our daily needs. In design of municipal water supply system, we need to explore various things which have been enlisted below, such as how much quantity of water is needed to be extracted from the source. It will be dependent on how much is the water required or water demand. Then for extracting the water from the source, we need to look at what is the source of water available in the nearby. Then whether this one particular source of water is sufficient for the required quantity of water or not, that also we have to consider by giving proper consideration to the various demands of water, whether there is only particular residential area, is there any industries are demanding certain water or not, all other parameters you have to consider. Then for extracting the water from the source, you need to withdraw the water from the source, and how to withdraw that water, what is the structure required to intake that water, that is also important. Then whether the available source of water is of adequate or say safe or not, that is also we need to consider. Water quality testing, that also to be carried out, based on which we have to advise or we have to design certain treatment which is required for making that source of water safe and suitable for various consumptions. Then how much or what is the distribution area where we have to supply this water, and which system we need to adopt for distribution of water. So all these will be comprises of a particular municipal water supply. So as to summarize all these points, that is water demand we need to first consider, based on which we are going to design the entire supply system. Now for satisfying these demands, water source should be available, how to withdraw that water, extract that water, intake structures are to be designed. Then we need to check for the water quality, and for the distribution area we need to consider. Now if you go in details of water demand or water requirements, each and every human being, rather a living organism, will require water for daily needs. Now as the daily needs, water is required for various daily needs at home, if we are at home. If we are not at our home or residential area, we will be at other public or institutional areas or certain common areas. So wherever we are, there is a demand of water. If we are at home, the demand or daily needs of water required are as water will be required for drinking, for bathing, cooking, cleaning of utensils, cleaning of clothes, that is laundry purpose, then flushing of toilets, etc. If we are not at the home, particularly, we will be maybe at institutions, offices, at any certain business, parks, marketplaces, etc. There also we will require water for watering, say, public parks or gardens, public fountains, sprinkling and road washing, cleaning public sanitary blocks, etc. for civic and public uses. From the point of view of maintaining these public areas or for civic uses, also water is required. It will be particularly having demand of water for sprinkling of gardens, road washing, and for flushing of toilets. Then in addition to these residential or domestic and public water demand, there are other demands. Say one need to consider the industrial and commercial establishment that will also require water for say production. And in some cases of emergencies like fire fighting, any fire accident that will take place, to control that emergency condition also water will be required. Then water will be needed to compensate for the various losses of water. Now these losses of water may be at the treatment plant, in the transit of water from say source to the consumers, or at the consumer end there may be losses of water. Now the need for estimation of water demand is, water services are usually designed in advance for future. Typically we will design it for the next 30 years of duration. The kind of infrastructure and setup needed, which will be inclusive of pumping power station, then reservoir capacity, various pipes and its sizes, treatment of plant capacity, these all will depend on the future demand of water that is to be fulfilled and that we are designing in the current time, or right now we are designing it for the next particular time interval. If we underestimate the water demand, if we have designed it for a low quantity of water that may be required at the end of design period, it will lead to inadequate design. So that particular design will not be sufficient at the end of say 30-40 years of the near future. And if on the other hand overestimation will be resulting in the uneconomical and inefficient water supply system, the design will go on higher side, which will render it to be an uneconomical design. So proper consideration should be given for the water demand. Therefore it is very important to estimate the water demand to the best accuracy possible for the life period of the water supply projects. Now for the estimation of municipal water demand, as we said earlier, it will be dependent on the how much water required. Unit of this one will be in liters per day per capita, or sometimes it can be considered as per capita demand also, and the total population to be served, and this population you have to consider at the end of design period. So you need to forecast the population. Now to calculate the quantity of water required, it will be simply the product of the above two parameters. So per capita demand multiplied by the total population which is to be served at the end of design period will be giving us the quantity of water required. Now this will be merely the residential demand and the public demand which will be required. Additional demands that we need to consider are firefighting, institutional and industrial needs, and one need not forget the losses also. All these we have to add it to the above value so that we will get the net quantity of water which will be required. And the water requirements are never constant. It will fluctuate daily, and in a particular day also there will be hourly fluctuation. And if we consider for a one particular year time period, in that also seasonal variation will also be there. So we need to give proper consideration to this variation or fluctuation in the demand. Now the various demands of water are, if we broadly divide it into the various categories as residential and domestic uses, institutional uses, public or civic uses, industrial uses, and the water system losses. We will discuss these one by one in the next session. Thank you.